Hello again. Welcome to yet another Dinobot review. Today's subject is on the third entry into this group, Sludge, the one who's there. Now, the reason why I say this is very simple. In the movie, he's just there, in the background, part of a gag or two, and that's it. No speaking lines, and his most memorable scene involves him getting smacked down by Devastator, popping his eyes out, and subsequently getting picked up and thrown. At the very least though, his classic form is very nice. It's got everything I like about the previous two Dinobots. Accurate to the source material, because those designs were really good, but adding surface details that spice up that old design, because I think it's like 40 years old now, or almost 40 years old. Just look at all of it. It's just gorgeous. I really do like this kind of detailing. The proportions are fit for a robot that turns into a huge, chunky dinosaur, and I will be using the word chunky quite a few times. Got good paint applied, terrific sculpt work that I've already mentioned, but it's just that he is the least visually interesting out of the whole group. His keyboard management is the same as Grimlock, but his color scheme is similar to that of the other two. He also has the least amount of bright colors displayed up front. It's just the chest area and the feet. All the others had like more red right over like up to his crotch area, and then the feet, well, they're like the same amount. These factors almost guarantee that Sludge will be at the back of my mind because everyone else is more interesting. His permanent deadpan expression encapsulates my feelings for this guy. But on the bright side, this guy marks the end of packed-in useless figure accessories. They probably should have stopped at Grimlock. No more plastic that could have been used for a sword. Instead, no sword. I can't have everything in life, I guess. He still does have a weapon though. This gun right here. And it feels appropriate that the one who turns into one of the largest land animals we have ever known has this huge, chunky gun that reminds me of flintlock pistols or blunderbusses. It even has one of my favorite color schemes, black and gold. And look, these look like Picatinny rails. I wonder how many people know that. The family with the port is, well, not grand, but it serves its purpose well. Nice. And he poses well. It's the same as the others. It is standard at this point in time. You got literally everything you need. It's standard. I don't really need to go into details what he has, because if you watch my Grimlock review, you pretty much already know. In fact, if you just watch any of my reviews of stuff that came 2020 onwards, then yeah, he basically has that kind of articulation. I don't really need to say more. And with that, it's time to transform. Big guy scrunched into a small space. The best I can do to describe it in more detail is if you took Slug's transformation and added Grimlock's front dino conversion plus a modified version of his tail transformation. It's neat, although a bit gappy. The front of him does look good, even with the substantial gap, which could have been, I don't know, mitigated slightly if the toes could, flip out. But the rear is blockier than I expected. The tail sort of appears suddenly because of the blocking nature of the chunky legs. It's fine. I understand why it has to be done, and it's not the worst thing out there. I like the fact that the bright and eye-catching red has disappeared into the inner dino, with only a small amount peeking at the leg area. Head is draped in gorgeous gold paint and is quite expressive with head swivels like this and an opening mouth, as they all do. Like, they all have opening mouths. Super also have an opening mouth. That is definitely confirmed. The front legs do the bare minimum expected out of them, and the rear ones are just the robot arms, making use of the elbow bend as a knee joint. Nice. You can move the long neck, although I wouldn't recommend moving him down because it looks a bit unnatural due to the sculpt breaking. You can push it all the way up for this and it doesn't look that bad. Also, the gun can store right over here. These two slots right over there. Just take the gun, see these two tabs, and just plug it in. And there we go. This is currently the worst weapon storage out of all of them because I'm just not sold on this. It's also sticking out a bit, if you can sort of notice. But all in all, he is by no means a bad figure. It's just that he doesn't stand out compared to his peers. I still like him for the same reason as the others. Large compared to other bots I have, feels good in hand with a transformation that's reasonably in bulk. If he's your favorite Dinobot, then this guy's practically made for you. But for someone like me, he is worth the money to complete the Dino squad. And that bot should do it. To wrap up, thanks for watching and see you next time.